Hi, good morning, everyone. This is Annie Baatz, and today I have the pleasure of introducing the one and only Miss Peggy McColl, New York Times bestselling author, money manifester, helps people achieve the New York Times bestseller status and build their dreams, their goals, their visions for their life. So, Peggy, good morning. Thank you for taking the time to come on with me this morning.
Happy to be with you, Annie.
Yes, thank you. So today I'd like to just ask you a few questions. And the first one being, what are the benefits of being with Bob Proctor and a student of Bob Proctor for 40 years, I believe it is?
Yes.
Being in his material and really understanding how our own mind affects our lives.
Yeah, absolutely. Great question. Well, I would say that there's no one on this planet or ever has been on this planet that knows these materials better than Bob Proctor. He is absolutely the best teacher. And I was fortunate enough to meet him 40 years ago when I began studying with him then. And the reason why I'm still studying with him today is because my life continues to get better and better and better. It's like my results continue to get better and better and better. So I believe that it is so essential to understand ourselves, because once we understand ourselves and we can understand how we play a role in what's showing up in our lives, and then we can take responsibility and we can create something new to create even better results. So when I began to study with Bob Proctor, he quoted Vernon Howard and he said, "You can't escape from a prison unless you know you're in one." And that's really a psychological prison. It's a prison that we all create for ourselves. It's a prison where we are bound and we're not experiencing what we truly love. But we have this ability to change our lives. And another thing that Bob Proctor said when I met him 40 years ago is the following. He said, if you want to change your life, you have to change. You see, I always thought it was somebody else's fault that my life was messed up prior to meeting Bob. And so if I felt it was someone else's fault that my life was messed up, then it was never going to be fixed until somebody else fixed it. And it doesn't work that way. So he helped me understand why I am the way I am. But more importantly, he helped me understand how I can create an ideal life. And I've done that by following his teachings. So his teachings are absolutely life-changing. And in my life, I've changed every area of my life, from relationships to financial, to how I feel about myself, to producing results consistently over and over again. And things just get better and better and better all the time.
Right. That's great. I love the quote that you said about the prison. We don't know we're in a prison until we realize that we are in one.
Right.
So, Peggy, what was your life like before you met Bob Proctor? Tell me a little bit about that.
I'm laughing because it's not really funny, but I was suicidal, to be honest. I mean, I seriously was. I had no will to live. And it's not a great place to be. It's a very sad, a very lonely. I was angry. I felt life wasn't worthwhile. And because of that, everything was reflective of that in my life, from finances. I was a young woman when I met him, very young, and I had already accumulated debt. And I was miserable. I couldn't look at myself in a mirror because I didn't love me. I didn't even like me. And so, I was a miserable human being. I had no will to live, very sad, very angry. And that's where it was before. It's certainly not like that. Even when I think about it today, it's like they're completely different people. I feel like a different person. It feels like, who was that person? And thankfully, it's like completely opposite to where it was before. I'm very happy. I love myself. I'm in a wonderful marriage. I'm happily married to an incredible man. We live an extraordinary life. Financially, we're in it's fun, the best financial shape of my life. We live in a 9,200 square foot home. You've been here, Annie.
Beautiful.
Eight bathrooms, 7 bedrooms. It's a multi-million-dollar home. I produce millions of dollars in revenue with my business. I'm doing work that I absolutely love. I feel blessed to do. And I go to sleep at night feeling so grateful for my wonderful life. Wake up in the morning feeling so grateful for my wonderful life. That's not the way it was before.
Yeah, but you created that. You designed that.
I did.
In your own mind and being in the material.
Yep.
And so Bob and Sandy have developed a program called Thinking into Results, where it's a program of 58 years of work and wisdom and knowledge combined into this 6-month process of thinking into results with Bob Proctor as a mentor. What are the benefits of, first of all, being in this structured material and having a coach and a mentor rather than do it by yourself, go on YouTube videos, read some books?
Right.
What are the benefits of having the structure, the accountability, the discipline, and the mentorship? What would you say?
Yeah, without it, people aren't going to do it. They're simply not going to do it. And 6 months is going to pass anyways. So if you do nothing in 6 months, things are probably going to be worse. And so what I find that's so incredibly valuable about what you offer, Annie, and working with people is you keep them accountable. You give them a greater level of understanding so that they can apply it. Because one of the quotes, another quote that I heard from Bob many years ago is no amount of reading, no amount of watching videos, listening to audios, going to seminars is going to do anything for you in your life. The only time that transformation really occurs is where you develop the understanding and then you apply it. And that's why it's so valuable to be in a program such as that one, is that it gives you the understanding and you learn how to apply the materials into your life. And so if someone's serious, they really want to make a positive change, don't take a second thought. Just invest in yourself. It's going to be the absolute best investment you ever make.
Yeah, yeah. And I remember Bob always talks about decision, that the most successful people make decisions very quickly and change them rarely, if at all.
Right. And, you could even be hesitant on making a decision. You're thinking, oh, should I invest the money? But do it anyway. You know what? You'll get past that. I know when I first started studying with Bob, as I mentioned, I was upside down financially, but I didn't have the money to pay for his programs, but I paid for them anyways. I found credit, I borrowed from my parents, whatever I had to do to get into the program, because I knew intuitively that Bob had something that I didn't. He had an understanding that was phenomenal. And at that point, he's been at this now, he's in his 59th year, but at that point he had been studying it for about 18 years, but he was really good. And I knew he really understood it. And I knew that he knew more than what I did. But also, what I've observed from the 40 years, Annie, is not only my own change. I have seen people transform their lives. People have been homeless that have created phenomenal results. People that were upside down financially and now have manifested multi-millionaires. I've seen people physically change their lives. So I have observed that, thousands and thousands of people. So this is the best material on the planet. It absolutely has the opportunity to change your life in every way. And so if you're ready, make a decision right now and get into the program and start to work with Annie.
Yeah. Thank you, Peggy, because it all begins in our own mind.
True.
And how our mind controls every single aspect of our life. And
it does.
Everything that we do. And unless the awareness is there, then we just continue to do the same thing over and over, and we get the same results. But once we take the steps to start moving, improving the discipline habits that you have instilled, the gratitude, yes. I heard you talk a lot about gratitude, for everything that you have accomplished. Right. And that came with a decision to change your life.
And the other wonderful blessing about all of it is it's not complicated. It's really simple. And I think that people are pleasantly surprised by that as well. Because a lot of people, they're hesitant because they think, oh, this might be complicated. There might not. Anybody can do this. Anybody and everybody can do this. It's simple and it works.
Yeah. And just one more question, Peggy. So what would you say to entrepreneurs, people who are in a position where they've never had to make changes, but now they want to make changes, they want to make change the direction of their life, they've never had to use their own power and their own potential? How would you bring that home to let people be aware that, yes, we have that power and we have that potential, we just have to take the step? Yeah,
absolutely. You answered the question with the question. You said we have to take the step. It's like we have to take the step. No one's going to do it for us. I remember many years ago, 40 years ago, when I sat there thinking someone else is going to make my life better. Never going to happen. Take the first step. It's an easy step, and it is a wonderfully rewarding step as well. I know that, when I think back to the decisions that I made many years ago to invest in myself, and it's not investing in Annie or Bob Proctor. I invested in myself. And the hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars that I've invested in myself has returned to me multiplied, not only from a monetary perspective, but from how I feel, right? Just imagine waking up every day and feeling so grateful for your incredible life, to have the blessing of doing what you really love, to be financially rewarded for that as well, and to feel that relaxed knowing that it just gets better and better and better. It's a wonderful way to live. It's an opportunity for you. The road has been paved for you to show you the way. So get in it right now. Don't look sideways or think twice about it. Just get in it. Get into the program now. Invest in yourself. And I know I'm very glad I did. And I know many other people are glad that they did as well.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Peggy, for your time. I really appreciate you coming on.
My pleasure.
You a lovely day.
You as well. And everyone else is watching.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. All right, folks, if you'd like to get in touch with me, just leave some comments in the link below and I would gladly be in touch. Thank you very much. Have a great day.